The biggest news in the increasing sales figures, not only in the Indian automobile history, but also in the India's e-commerce. Ola Electric acquired an Amsterdam-based electric scooter manufacturer, Etergo, in May 2020, and they announced that they would soon launch their own line of scooters in India by 2021. And here we are today in 2022 with the Ola S1 Pro. This is your host Bhushan Joshi, and I'll be taking you around of what exactly this hype is. Well, the first impression, as you see, it's a fairly tiny structure as compared to the rest of the EVs sold in this segment. But this is a commuter. Under the hood is a 8500 watt powered motor that sits on a tubular frame, making Ola the highest in terms of figures. The 8500 watt powered motor is pretty responsive, that delivers 58 Nm of torque and a claimed top speed of 115 km per hour. The S1 Pro has got 3 power modes: normal, sports and hyper mode. But the S1 misses out on the hyper mode. Now Ola states the 0 to 60 mark in 5 seconds. But this will contradict when I am comparing it with the Aether's warp mode. However, Ola is very gentle in the initial throttle and picks it up as you twist it hard. Powering the motor is the battery that sits right here, but I'll get back to it shortly. The motor is draped in a fluidic design, making the scooter look much more futuristic as compared to its rivals. The headlight is a DRL unit which provides ample coverage during the night times. In fact, it's a bit lot for an EV. Below the headlight is an apron with Ola branding, flushed indicators, a USB port and speakers. However, there is no ignition slot. To unlock the scooter, you need to do it via your phone or punch in a code. Well, the display, as you can see, is a 7-inch touchscreen panel which has got tons of features to explore. It has a built-in navigation with Map My India, which Ola says it will be available in the software update by March 2022. It has also got Bluetooth connectivity where you can pair and control your phone, and also you are able to play music via the speakers down here. The switches on the handlebar look futuristic but are a bit rubbery. A dedicated cruise control button is an add-on, but again it will be available as a software update post July 2022. The reverse assist button, when pressed at idle, the hazard lights turn on and the scooter also makes a sound to indicate that the vehicle is moving in the reverse direction. Now that's something unique and thoughtful. But remember to twist the throttle in the opposite direction for the reverse mode to activate. The separate keys for the indicators are quite handy, but they miss out on the auto cut-off feature. Well, talking about the leg space and to keep luggage, it's a bit troublesome due to the spine in the center. However, you do get a decent space to keep your feet and they don't stick out either. The surprising part about the scooter is the front suspension. It's an unconventional single fork setup which is not so sophisticated when it comes to the ride feel. The larger potholes didn't surprise me much considering the weight and overall setup of the scooter, as they felt harsh, but smaller potholes did surprise me. Now for the city commute, where this scooter will be used most number of time, it does a decent job. But some irregularities of the road are felt. On the positive side though, the overall low center of gravity makes the scooter feel lightweight, but on the downside, it does make the ride a bit jittery at high speeds. Also, the 12-inch alloys fitted with 110/70 section tires at both the ends are wider and inspire a greater confidence, but a sudden acceleration at hyper mode would sometimes make the rear tire lose traction. That's on the downside, but not really when it comes to daily city commute. The 220mm disc on the front and 180mm on the rear provide a good braking bite. However, they feel a bit sluggish, especially while braking at high speeds. Speaking about daily commute, the Ola S1 Pro comes with a 3.97 kW powered battery and the S1 comes with a 2.97 kW powered battery. Both are IP67 rated. Ola also claims that the batteries are fire retardant. Ideally, they should be. Talking about the range, one full charge can take you up to 150 km in normal mode, 120 to 125 km in sports mode and 94 km in hyper mode. However, when we were testing this scooter yesterday in sports mode for a continuous long period of time, the maximum range which I got was 106 km in sports mode. But here's the thing, even if I am considering a big or a huge margin for error, Even in normal mode, I am getting a range of 100 kilometers in one single charge. Now that's really practical for a daily city usage. But does it suffice for a rural usage? For longer runs though, Ola says they will be establishing a largest network of superchargers across India with more than 1 lakh plus charging points. Also, you get one 750 watt charger with the scooter so that you can even charge your battery at home. That's again something which we really missed out on the Ether. The overall design of the scooter is very thoughtfully done, where the battery sits down here. Also, the fluidic pattern continues till the rear with clean shut lines and paint finish. But the glossier paint could have been much better in flesh, unlike the matte finish. The part which I didn't like about the scooter is the foot pegs. They are flushed, but on the downside, they are not easily accessible. The indicators at the rear are also flushed, and that completes the overall fluidic design of the scooter. But this is a scooter. So let's talk about the practicality, that is the boot. So to open the boot, you have to just touch here on the screen and the boot opens. So it's huge, it's massive. The storage capacity of the boot is 36 liters, meaning now you can fit 2 half-face helmets. But does it fit the full-size helmet? Let's try it out. Helmet. No. I will test something more. Back please. You can also fit a bag here. Now this becomes more useful to fit a bag because of the spine here, as I mentioned earlier. For a city commute, it's sufficient and practical because you can even fit your bag, which is again a plus point due to the spine on the footboard, which makes it difficult to store one there. The seat is long enough but could have been a bit wider. Not much comfort for the rider but wide for the pillion. But the seating comfort is very well managed by an offset horizontally mounted monoshock at the rear. Not much enthusiastic as Ether, but pretty well does the job. But the grab rails though, I think they should have been much sturdier than they are. With a claimed top speed of 115 km per hour, Ola S1 Pro does beat the other EVs in the segment. The fast charging enables you to charge the battery and travel 75 km in just 18 minutes of charge. Now that's really practical and more than enough for a daily city commute. The overall ride quality is amazing. Being an EV, it's more like a power on demand when you twist the throttle, but can't be really matched with the performance you get from Ether. The suspensions also provide a good comfort considering the overall weight of the scooter. Also, the braking is at point and we did not experience any wheel lock situations. The tires provide great traction on tarmac. Even in corners, the scooter felt planted, but they lack bite when it comes to bad roads. The overall low center of gravity, the fluidic design of the scooter and the lightweight makes the ride more composed and engaging. But the question becomes, is it really worth the price tag? Priced at 94,999 ex factory for the S1 model and 1,24,999 for the S1 Pro model. So this scooter, basically you have to purchase this scooter online. So the thing is, you have to go on their website, you have to register yourself, then pay an amount, then wait for the confirmation, then pay the remaining amount. Till the time you are paying the entire amount, the process is really smooth, butter smooth. Things start to get a bit frustrating when you are done with the payment, because you don't get any confirmation from the company as to where your vehicle is. You just get a message that a vehicle is dispatched, will reach you within 7 days. But there have been instances where people are waiting for almost 2 to 3 weeks, but they haven't received their vehicle. So this vehicle you are seeing here, it's of one of the customers. So the same issue, they faced the same issue regarding the delivery, because they were promised a delivery within 7 days, but they got the vehicle almost a month after that. So these are the issues with Ola as of now. The second thing, if you see, the branding is Ola S1 Pro, but the customer has paid only 94,999 for this particular model. Now why this has happened? So basically the thing is, when the customer paid the amount, they were told that you will be getting an Ola S1. things started to get a bit creepy after that. They got a call when the complete payment was done. They were told that Ola S1 and Ola S1 Pro comes with the same hardware but a different software, because this ideally is a software, this is not a hardware. So they bought this scooter for 94,999. Then they were told by Ola that you have to pay, that we will be delivering you the S1 Pro and not the S1 due to some issues at the back end. So what they did, they just provided them with the S1 Pro, but they have only paid 94,000 rupees. That is the S1 price. Now Ola states that if you want a hyper mode in this vehicle, you have to pay the remaining amount, that is the S1 Pro amount, because S1 Pro and S1, the main difference is the hyper mode, which this vehicle doesn't have. So even if you see the branding as S1 Pro, this scooter will get only two modes, that is the normal and the sports mode. If you want a hyper mode, you can just pay the remaining balance amount and you will receive the hyper mode on the OTA updates. Thirdly, Ola doesn't have any physical stores, meaning they don't even have any physical service centers. To get the bike serviced, you have to go on the Ola app and raise a request for the servicing, and then the Ola guys will come at a place and get the vehicle serviced. But let's take a real life example. Say tomorrow I am traveling on this vehicle at night and anything regarding the motor or the battery malfunctions, then what I have to do? Do I have to lodge a complaint on the Ola app at night, or should I have to tow the vehicle till my home, till my delivery address? So these issues are not yet confirmed by Ola. So that's on a downside. In my opinion, if you ask me whether to go with this vehicle or no, I would rather suggest you to wait for 3-4 months or some more time till these issues get streamlined. Honestly, when I question people as to why they choose Ola as the option when we also have Ether as the most reliable option as of now, most of the answer which I got was for the price and the range this vehicle offers. Yeah, on a good side, it's really true that it has a highest amount of range as of now. But again, if you are investing money, then you have to invest it wisely, is what I feel. So that's all from my side today. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Also don't forget to hit the bell icon. This is your host Bhushan Joshi signing off.